We talked about Jones and OSP. Edson Barboza beating Anthony Pettis, to me, was one of the biggest things to take away. Edson Barboza is a kicking machine, and my God, what he did to Anthony Pettis, it like paralyzed him. He couldn't move. He couldn't do what he wanted to do. He was like just mental. He had a mental blockage where he couldn't fire off. And man, he got beat up. And Barboza looked the best he ever has in his career. Well, Pettis, a former champion, has lost 3 in a row now.
Yeah. That's
the way to put it.
It's amazing how quickly things change. It's just.
What do you think it is with Pettis? Is it like physically, like he's being beaten down, or is this a mental thing? Because to me, it looks like a mental thing.
Well, I think it becomes a mental thing. I think, again, fighting is a very. I mean, as much as everybody says, the physical, there's a lot of mental that goes into this. I mean, completely. How many times have you been just think about I don't know, when you played youth basketball or something, you took a hard elbow to the chest or something. Were you going back through the middle there? Now these guys are stepping in an octagon. They've been fighting all this time. Some of these guys, have outclassed most of their talent. Now they're getting in there with the top, the talent and things like that. And, sometimes, you just start questioning yourself, even though you shouldn't be.
No, because, this is the guy who did the Showtime kick. This is the guy who's a former lightweight champion in the most loaded division in the UFC. It's a shocking, he's been declawed, he's been defanged. It's so weird to see Anthony Pettis fight the way he has been. I don't get it. I really don't.
You start questioning the training, you start questioning everything. That's part of the mental thing, you start questioning everything you've been doing. And look, mental is a big part of this game. Yeah, you can have all the skills, you can have all the, all the best training, you can have everybody in your corner, you can have this and that, but when that octagon, you got to be able to step in there and put it all together. And there is a mental aspect to this game that hurts a lot of fighters because, talent-wise, physical-wise, everything else, they could be at the top of their game, but they step in and they don't have it between the ears, or they're not, able to make those adjustments in the fight. It's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah, it's just such a weird setup for Pettis right now, and it's really a shame because the guy was on an absolute tear, and now it's a mental thing. It's a completely a mental thing, and I don't know what he's going to do to fix it. Because he was with Duke Rufus. He went to Jackson Wink to do some stuff. He's got the best teachers in the world.
And the fact that he gets those teachers says something about the talent he has, because they don't just work just because you walk in off the street and say, "Hey, I want to work with you." They don't just say, "Okay."